loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action.
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Go. 180! I got it. Down the time.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get him into the right defense.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. First quarter touchdown run. Remember, this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC.
Let's go, D. Double time. Hey. You got that.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second and 7, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. He may try and run for this. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down, first and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he is is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Russell Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
Hey, empty.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Jordan. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Taken from just outside the 30. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
At the 47-yard line.
280. 59.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Green 80.
Mike is 50.
Friday.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 31. Check 31. Hey.
Block that.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 2nd down, Rivers. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Pac-Man. 180.
Titans Ringo. Titans on Ringo.
Listen.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 45-yard line. 280.
53 is the mark. Rapid.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Gets around him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Hey, here
of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. He's able to find Wallace. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing is Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, his big defensive lineman, can he get the ball over him? But you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter. No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though. The final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Come on, baby. Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Here's Jordan Berry now. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Wilson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
3 down, 3 down.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They'll run on first down. Sanders. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm going to run you over.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 33-yard line.
Hey,
Here we go, back man. 180!
The ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Panthers 42, Eagles 21.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've had to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Wentz to throw. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 29, Wilson forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, Rivers. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to
team to put up that number of points